Hey everybody, great to see ya. Hello, Northern Sounds, Katie and Tony, Q City Lady, Joe C. Great to see you all. I'm a little off today. I'm gonna give you the heads up. Hello, TJ Cats.
Hey
Uh,
everybody. Hey Dorinda.
hi. I feel like I'm a little blah. So
Uh,
we'll just go with that tonight. But um,
what you making tonight, Dorinda?
we're making a bunny.
All right.
It's the last Easter one I got. So,
Okay.
well, no, I got one more.
You got one more?
I got
Okay.
one. How to make your own egg house. I don't fucking know what it is.
Okay. Hey, Cool Gamer and Q City Lady, Northern Sounds, TJ Cats, Joe C. Good to see you all.
Hello, cool gamer. Okay, I'm gonna glue some material that I cut out on the bunny.
All right.
So it'll just take me a few minutes, hopefully. You never know. Hello, Shift Kicker.
Hey, Shift Kicker and Lisa Anderson and Sassy Cat.
Hello, Lisa Anderson. Hello, Sassy Cat.
Good to see you, ladies. Hope y'all doing well. I hope it's warming up for you guys. I know everybody's tired of winter.
I am. Hello, Sharon Mercer.
Yep. Hey, Sharon. Good to see you.
And I've already burnt myself, folks, so we're off to a good evening.
What kind of material is that going on that you're gluing down? Is it
Uh,
off? Is
it's kind of uh, I'm gonna say upholstery material because that's what I had a big roll of,
okay.
and part of it is one side's white and the other side is like a beigey color,
Mm-hmm.
which is why I took this one because I wanted the white for the bunny
Right.
because I was just being a dickhead, honestly. And like half my shit's up in the attic, so I can only go with what I got in the room.
Right.
Because daughter doesn't want to go up in the attic, so it's just like a shit show.
Oh, I see. So you gluing the material down to the.
Yeah.
What is that? Is that like sticks? What is it?
It's kind of like a grapevine wreath.
Oh, okay.
Hello, Paula Work.
Hey, Paula.
I'm going to need you.
Hey, Danny girl. Good to see you.
Hello, Danny girl.
Are you at work or are you home? There you go. Got it now.
You're at work.
She's at work. Well, have a good work. Stay safe.
Okay, it's going to take me a couple more minutes to glue the edges around. Because I didn't do it right. I mean, well, I did it, but I didn't do it the way I probably should have.
Right.
Who knows?
Hey, Shifty.
Actually, I'm going to cut it off.
I was about to say that, but I didn't know if you needed that excess or not.
No, I don't.
And just trim it.
Yeah.
There you go.
If my fingers and my hands would work, I'd be doing great.
Sassy Cat, on Friday, we're supposed to get some kind of bad weather. I'm thinking it's going to stay to the north of us, the bad stuff of where I am. But we're due to get a lot of rain. So if it's just rain, it's okay. We're used to rain down here. We get rain all the time. Well, Dorinda, that might be longer than gluing it now.
Maybe.
Maybe. Hey, well, you're not wasting glue. So there's that.
I'm not burning myself. There's that.
Thanks, Sassy Cat. Me too. I hope nobody gets hurt. I hate to see people go through bad weather, especially when their house gets torn up. It's terrible. Hey, Rubberneck.
Hello, Rubberneck.
All right, Dorinda. You got it going now.
I'm trying.
It's going. Oh, Lisa's getting rain now. Uh-oh.
Oh, wow. It's coming, guys. It's coming.
It's getting there.
There we go. Oh, maybe some more on the ears. No, I can't get any more off the ears. Oh, maybe I can.
Josie said it's looking good, Dorinda.
Thank you. Baby stages.
Josie, I hadn't been far, buddy. I started working again, so we're busy with that. So my YouTube time is cut way down now. Because I got to go make money.
On Tin's show this afternoon, somebody said in chat that Diamond got taken down today.
Oh, no.
So we got some more green grass we're putting on here. Just because I like the green grass. Ow, ow, ow.
Easy now.
TJ says, yeah, she got a 7-day vacation.
Stinking YouTube, man. YouTube, they're such assholes. God.
I got some eggs here we're going to throw on here.
YouTube will not let people just run their channel the way they want, man. It's just stupid. Just leave people alone, YouTube. Do you hear me? Leave them alone.
They won't.
They don't listen. They never do.
They like control.
Tony and Katie say spring equinox yesterday there.
Yep.
So that's
Well, it was spring equinox here too. Just saying.
Yep. So there's the end of winter.
So they say.
Yeah, until it comes back.
Yeah.
Until the next cold front.
Yep.
Well, that's what the rain is about for Friday for us.
Yeah.
It's another cold front, but it's not a cold one this time. Hello, LB.
Hello, LB.
Yeah, Josie, we still have robins down here. Normally they're gone by now, but they showed up a little late this season. And there's still a few hanging around. Yeah, Tony and Katie, 10 minutes of summer and back to normal. Yeah, that's weather where I live.
Yeah, we haven't seen our robins yet either. It's too cold here yet.
Still too cold. They'll be coming soon.
Oh, yeah.
They came down here about a month ago.
Okay.
Maybe a little more than a month.
Oh, I put up 2 pink ones together. Oh, well.
Well, that makes it unique.
Okay. My bunny needs eyes.
Oh, TJ, that's cool.
Oh, they're too small. God damn it. Need a bigger set.
Oh, that's cool, Rubberneck. Rubberneck said he's in Michigan and the robins came back. He saw some in February.
Oh, wow.
In February. Yep. Well, I'm sure it's pretty cold still in Michigan. That's like right across the border from you, huh, Dorinda? So,
Yeah, it depends on what part of Michigan he's in.
right. But part of Michigan, you probably share the same weather they do, right?
Sometimes. These are too big. Oh, well. He's going to have big eyes. Oh, that one's
Yeah.
big. That one's bigger. Let's see if I got...
Sioux City lady, I'll take rain any day over snow.
Oh, fuck. I forgot to put the nose piece on.
Hello, A.L. Skinner.
I don't need the eye.
You seen that one?
Hi, Al. Hello,
What?
Al Skinner, 1981.
Yeah, what she said.
Holy crap.
We got up to about, I didn't see the final temperature, but it was close to 85, about 85 here today. We're going to have a couple more days in the 80s. And then I think Friday, that front's coming in. It's going to cool down, but just a little, not much. Okay, Skinner, sounds good. I don't think I've ever met you. It's nice to meet you.
Creeks. She's on Creek.
Oh, good. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And, hey, there's Emily in the house. How you doing, Emily?
Hello, Emily.
And hello, Annette Graff. She's jumped in here, seeing what you're doing.
Sorry, guys. I forgot something.
Okay.
But I got it now. I'm cutting the whiskers.
I see that.
At least I'm trying to. Hopefully I cut them pretty close to the same length. Who knows? Okay.
Oh, Creek Squad jumped in here. How you doing, Creek?
Hey, Creek.
He slipped right in here on us. Slipped in the back door, Dorinda.
Yep, he does.
You gotta watch him.
It's great to see you on Tins today, Creek. I don't know if you were still there when she acknowledged you, but she did.
Okay, we're using pipe cleaner whiskers.
A string.
A string. Gotcha.
And a piece of cotton ball for the nose because I forgot to grab pom-poms.
That'd work.
Yeah. So I'm going to flip it over. Just because, we can. And I'm going to throw some pom-poms for the bunny's ass.
Yeah, Creek, I won't comment on that. But I understand. So he's got a cotton bunny butt.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later, Creek.
So Dorinda, is this going to hang so it will spin around and people could see the back, or how is that going to be displayed?
How the hell do I know? It's probably going to go on the wall.
What do you mean? How do you know? You're supposed to know. It's your craft.
Well, I don't know how I'm going to. I don't know.
I'm just giving you shit. I'm going
to have to put a string on the top anyway, but.
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, God.
I'm just ruffling your feathers.
You're fine, baby.
Because I can.
And you know me, okay? You know me. I got to put carrots for the bunny.
Gotta have carrots. Because it's a rabbit.
Well, yeah. See, I remembered I could put the eggs on it, so I think I'm doing better today.
Only if it's an Easter bunny, though.
Yeah.
Because it's just a rabbit until you put eggs on it. Then it's an Easter bunny.
I did that damn string. There we go. These ones are styrofoam eggs. But you could use plastic if you got them.
Oh, you could use real eggs.
Well, I'm not using real eggs. Like, come on.
Yeah, you just suck the yolk out. We went in.
Yeah, that's too much work for me these days.
Too much effort.
See, I'm putting the string on to hang it.
Okay. Bunny Boo Boo.
I saw Dollar Tree had the carrots. Yeah, so does the dollar store. The
Nice.
small ones I got at the Dollar Tree, the bigger ones I got at the dollar store. Because we've got both. And I do a lot of shopping at both. Oh.
In a perfect world, you would live next to the Dollar Tree, and then the other side of the street would be the dollar store.
Well, yeah.
You just walk across the street or next door. That'd be fun.
Yeah, so here's the bunny.
There it is.
All decorated, all nice. And
Yeah.
the camera up a little bit. I can show you.
You might have to put your camera like in normal position
Yeah,
and then show it because
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
Hello, camperman.
Oh, hey, camper man. Good to see you. Earthquake.
Sorry, I pulled a Robert.
Nah, you're not that good.
I don't know quite as bad as Robert, but
There you go.
okay.
Now show it. Yeah. Other way. Go the other way. Keep going. Right there.
There we go.
Now we can see it. That looks good, Dorinda.
Ta-da!
Girl, I'm telling you, you better be storing those things because you're gonna have to sell them. I'm just seeing dollar signs. Dollar signs, girl. Dollar.
Eventually.
No, soon. Not eventually. Soon.
Well, I'm thinking when I'm moved, I'll put it that way.
Yeah, I'm thinking way before that.
That could be sooner than we think. And just waiting. Hang on a sec, guys.
Camperman, how you been? It's good to see you.
Paste. Okay, the craft is over. So anybody wants to come up and chat, tell me how their day is, how their week's been, all that kind of crapola. We can shoot the shit for a bit.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, shit. No, we're not done yet.
Wait, what do you got to do?
Damn bow.
What did you forget?
The bow.
Oh, the bow.
I threw the other part of the ribbon in there, so I got to pull it out again. Okay.
All right.
Oh, this should be a shit show in itself.
Yeah, just do it real quick.
Okay. I have a piece of ribbon.
Okay.
I'm going to glue it together like this.
All right.
I hate making bows, okay, people? Just so you know. I'm not good at it.
Yeah, I kind of like the bows that are already made with the sticker on the back. You just peel it off and stick it on there.
Yeah.
Those are the good ones.
But they didn't have the fancy ones.
Right.
Well, they probably did. I didn't look. Okay, now where's the other little piece that I had? There it is. I have another piece of ribbon that I folded in half. And I'm going to glue it a little bit on the back of my bow. Stay.
And that graph, I feel the same way.
Yeah, me and bows don't work real well either, so.
Yeah, when Christmas comes and I'm wrapping gifts, if I get bows, they got to have that little sticky tape on the back. Plop them on there, and then I'm good. If not, the kind you tie around the box and all, nah, that's not for me.
And I'm going to just stick it around the bow.
Okay.
So it's kind of pinched in the middle. I'm going to cut the big piece off. There we go.
That's right, Annette. They sure do. Then the bows just get in the way.
Yeah. Lisa, that's what I've got. But I'm a shitty bow maker. I actually have one of those wooden bow maker things that, you wrap it around and make it look all stupid. I mean, I make it look stupid. Other people make it look nice, but to me, it just looks stupid. So I'm taking another piece of ribbon and I'm kind of folding it on itself just a little bit. And then I'm going to glue it to the back of the bow. And I probably made it way too big for this fucking thing, but whatever. We'll figure it out. There we go. It's my ugly bow.
That's good.
Okay, now we're going to put it across the neck.
Hey, Indy's in the house. How you doing, Indy? Good to see
Hello,
you.
Indy. Great to see you.
So you're gluing that on, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I not sewing it?
Well, I didn't know if you were going to do a wire or staple or weld it.
Well,
Super glue. JB Weld.
Try to make it go around. There we go. Okay, so there he is with his bow on.
So handsome.
The bow's a little big. Oh, well, don't care.
It's a big occasion.
When I was making the bow, I thought it would, look good around the neck. But it's a little big, but oh well.
That's all right. Looks good.
It show it's me.
Andy, my wife saves those gift bags as well because some of them get really expensive. And it's so easy just to save them. So we do that as well. I'm sure a lot of people do.
Yeah. And then I go to the thing and I buy gift bags because I want to do a craft with them.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Well, that looked good, Dorinda. It came out pretty good. I think everybody likes that. You're on a roll. You haven't made one that I didn't like yet. I even like the one that I suggested. It came out better than what I thought.
I think it turned out really good.
Yeah.
Well, considering when we had the conversation after the first conversation, and I'm like, oh, he wants it a mobile. And I'm like, what the fuck can I use for a mobile, right? And I saw that picture frame. I'm like, there you go, Dorinda. There's your mobile. Most
Just right.
people wouldn't have thought of anything like that.
No,
But I'm the crazy lady, so I come up with that shit.
yeah, I would not have thought of the picture frame.
Well, and the fact that the bunny almost fit. I just had to cut a bit to break
Just-
a corner off of it.
Right. Just a little trim and that's it.
Yeah. Well, I just bent it and broke it at the corner,
Right.
and then threw a lot of glue on it. Okay, I'm gonna drop the link again. Somebody come up and talk to us. I'm sure we're boring the hell out of everybody.
Nah. Everybody's just chilling.
Oh, Rubberneck, you didn't see the mobile. Okay. Talking about it's not going to show you exactly what I did. There's the Easter Bunny thing, the picture frame, and the shit hanging off of it. Oh, sorry. The stuffies hanging off of it. Yeah.
You're gonna need a room just to store all the crafts you make.
Well, I'm hoping when I get where I'm going in the future, I will have a spot to do that.
True.
Because me and the boss man have kind of already talked about it a little bit.
Yep.
And he told me not to worry about it, that it would be there.
There you go. There you go.
I'm like, okie dokie.
Oh boy. So you said it was 36 there today?
Yep.
You know, that's really not bad for y'all's weather.
No, for this time of year in Canada,
It's usually
we haven't had all winter. We had 2 days where it was minus
right.
20, minus 30. That
Mhm.
was it.
Mhm.
All winter. And we normally go from December to the beginning of March.
Right.
So I cannot complain about our weather this year at all. At all.
Well, I don't hear you puppy dog crying.
He's hiding in the house. He's pissed off. Dad's gone to work today.
Yeah, he went to work, so yeah, he's all
He's moping in the house.
moping. Yeah. Oh, sad. It's a shame he can't take him with him.
Oh, he's just, oh God.
That dog would love that though. Don't you know it?
Oh,
Feel
yeah.
something?
He would love it, but it's like, no.
Because I used to take my dog. I used to take Bear everywhere with me, depending on what time of the year it was. Mainly in the cooler months, because it's just so stinking hot, you know.
Yeah.
But oh, he loved it. Especially when we would go like to Bass Pro Shops or one of these big outlet stores. I just put him on a leash, take him in.
Oh, wow.
Everybody loves him. And of course, he loved that. You know, he liked that.
Yep.
He loved meeting other people.
Good night, Katie and Tony. I hope you have a great night. Sleep
Yeah.
well, because I know it's early in the fucking morning, like 1 o'clock in the morning where you are. You take it easy, woman. Love you.
Yep. Thanks for coming by, guys.
Thanks for coming by.
Y'all have a good night. Good to see y'all. Wouldn't that be a hoot to meet them, Dorinda?
Yeah.
If they could come over or something, that would be a hoot.
Yeah.
That'd be some good times.
Yeah, our snow is not that high either this year, like we've normally gotten. So we've
It's only 6 feet.
well, it's down now. It's down to about 4.5, maybe 5 feet now.
Ooh, I have to laugh because I'm just thinking what 4 feet of snow would do here.
Well, that's like the snowbanks that you
Right.
shovel up, right?
I got you. I got
So
you.
it's like,
It would be chaos here. It would just be terrible.
well, you guys don't have plows, so
We're just not suited. We're suited for rain.
you'd be
We're
fucked.
suited for heat. Not suited for snow.
Well, was Texas when they had their snow a couple of years ago, did they have plows and stuff or not? I probably not.
I know they salted the roads and stuff. That's kind of what we did. I don't know. Texas may have plows because they get snow in the northern part of their state. Texas is so stinking big. So they probably brought equipment in as needed,
Lisa, yes, I am planning on moving. When a certain person moves from Arizona, I'm planning on working for him at the resort, the campground resort. So that's where I'm planning on living. So I'm actually leaving my country and going to your country. So it'll be easier to mail shit to people. Hello, Chris Gilbert.
And then, Dorinda, you can be a pistol packing mama. You can put you a 6-shooter on your side and just go.
Rob and I have already had that conversation also because he knows I've never used a gun.
Yep, you'll be learning.
And he told me that I was going to get trained. And I'm like, oh, cool. Cool.
Hey, camper man, if it's cold enough to ice skate here, we ain't worried about the gators because they'll be hibernating. We won't have to worry about them.
Hello, Chris. How are you?
Hey, Chris.
Howdy.
Haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, kind of keeping a low profile.
Yep.
By
the way,
your YouTube's open, Chris.
Bonnie is supposed to be going live tonight, everybody, just so you know.
What's that?
Bonnie is supposed to be going live tonight, she said.
And your YouTube is open, Chris.
Oh, well, hang on. We can take care of that.
Let me see. I think it stopped. It stopped.
No, it wasn't. It was closed.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't hear it now. Whatever it was.
So how y'all been?
I've been good.
Hanging in there. No complaints.
How you been?
Well, I hadn't threatened anybody with a murder, so I guess everything's all right.
Well,
and have you broken down and got internet at your house yet, or are you still at your friend's driveway?
Yeah, I'm still sitting in my pickup.
That's what I was just about to say. I was about to say you either in your truck or you hadn't paid your light bill this month.
So, everybody tells me I should just go ahead and pay it, but I mean, $130 for shit I didn't order is it's too much for me.
Yeah.
So, it's not the money, it's the principle of the thing.
It's the principle. Yeah.
Yep. Agreed.
I would be calling just complaining,
It doesn't do any good. They've got the attitude. We're the only game in town. You play our way or you don't play. So I'm like, fuck you.
Either that or you ain't talking to the right person. You got to talk to the right person.
Yeah, well, they say you can draw more flies with onion and vinegar, but I just ain't got no honey in me, so
Right, that's right.
I can't have people make me the way I am.
Did y'all get snow this year? Or and somebody's YouTube's open.
if you want to call it snow, I mean, we got a couple of days with, I think the most we got was 3 inches that was gone within 3 days.
Oh wow.
That's not much.
So and then after that we got a couple of dustings, but that's about it. It really doesn't snow around here very much anymore. So
Yeah.
So I guess it's global warming.
Oh yeah.
Who
Yeah, well,
knows?
in case you hadn't heard, the UN starting all that bullshit up again.
Well, they had to
We're all
stop.
going to be dead. Yeah, we're all going to be dead in 10 years, and now, particularly now, it's no time to ignore it. I'm like, I've been hearing this bullshit since the 70s, so.
Oh yeah.
They got their heads up their ass.
Among other places.
Yeah. And
And
up
then-
each other's
Yeah.
asses and
But I'm not, I wasn't trying to get all that bullshit started, so.
Okay, Lisa.
have a good night, Lisa. Sleep well. Love you.
Annette said Buffalo and Albany got the snow record this year.
Oh
Wow.
wow.
Snow record. Yeah, because Shift Kicker had a rough time with the snow this year.
Yeah.
Really rough.
Yeah, I know a couple of people up in upstate New York, and they said they've just absolutely been hammered all year. So,
It was miserable. You know it's bad when people that live in snow areas say it's bad, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
When they say it's bad, it's bad.
Yeah. Well, we've had a blessed year, and that's all I'm going with.
hey,
We've had a blessed year.
B.
Snow levels are low. We haven't had minus 40. We're fucking laughing.
Yeah. Take it. Enjoy it.
Yep.
Minus 40.
so
We usually have that for like months at a time, not a day here, a day there. It's a month or two at a time. We haven't had that this year. I'm kind of liking it a lot.
right now at this hour, it's 54 degrees here.
54. It's comfortable.
Yeah, it's been raining here all day.
Oh, you've had the rain. We got it coming. It's coming our way for Friday, I think. So we'll see what happens.
Well, usually it gets y'all before it gets us, because I'm east of you.
Yeah. Yeah, and ours is going to be coming from the Pacific Northwest. So
Still hadn't drug the weed eater out yet.
oh, I'm back to work. I mean, we're blowing and going.
No,
course,
wrong weed eater. I'm at weed eater for this.
Oh, that we didn't? Well, that ain't
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
what you were saying last time. You were going to cut it all off.
I know. I keep saying it, and then I fill the weed eater full of gas and chicken out. Well, what can I tell you? Nobody's perfect.
No. And you'd come up on panel, and if you didn't put your fucking name in there, we wouldn't know who you were. We'd be like, who the fuck are you?
Well, I've already told a bunch of people I'm gonna end up doing that. I'm gonna end up going clean shaven and taking my glasses off and starting a new YouTube page and just coming up as a total stranger. And nobody will know who I am till I finally break down and speak.
So I had this happen today, Chris.
Ooh,
Yeah.
sound like she ended with a loud thud, huh?
No, actually, I made it home.
Really?
Yeah. I backed in the driveway with the trailer, and I saw the wheel do that, and I went, oh, crap, I got a bad bearing. So I backed it all the way down the driveway, backed it in my little spot. I got out, went over there, look at it. It was, I was like, oh crap. Then I got to looking at where the nut bolts on, and it just rubbed it. I mean, so the shaft is supposed to be round, right? Where the nut is, it's egg shaped and it's flat on one side. I said, well, that's another axle. So I pulled the axle out. I showed Dorinda earlier today. I was like, well, new axle.
Well, the main thing is you caught it in time. You didn't get hurt. Nobody else got hurt. So.
I made it home.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I didn't get on the side of the road because I would have had to call a wrecker because that's not fixable. You know, I carry on my trailers in my toolboxes. I have hubs ready to go, right?
Right.
So if you burn one out, it'll take you, 15 minutes to swap it out? Keep going.
Right. I get that. No, the point I was making was at least it didn't give way while you were driving.
And I didn't lose that wheel because when I jacked the trailer up, the wheel literally fell off.
So, I mean, you know, I've had several people over the years, close friends of mine, get severely hurt that way. So,
yeah, I was telling Dorinda.
It doesn't take but a second. And when it happens, there ain't jack shit you can do but hold on.
Hold on. Well, I was telling Dorinda, it's been many people killed by a tire coming off a vehicle. It goes straight through a windshield.
So I just did a brake job for a friend of mine. She's got a full-size Ford E150 van.
Mm-hmm.
And I put brakes all the way around it. And she had some guy like 4 years ago put brakes on the front of it.
Right.
And change the rotors out. And so she wanted to do the same thing, only I was putting shoe brakes on the back and new drums. So I went all the way around it with new shit. Well, I'm telling you this because when I took the right side front down to take the rotor off, the axle washer, you know, that big round flat washer was gone. All it was there was a nut against the wheel bearing.
Where was the washer?
The washer was nowhere to be found.
There's supposed to be a washer on it.
So, and I explained it to her, you know, if that bearing to give loose, that wheel to come out of there, and there wouldn't have been nothing you've been able to do about it.
Nope.
And so I ended up going and buying a new axle washer to put on it to make it safe.
Right.
Hello, PB. Good to see you.
Hey, PB.
And
I'm sure I said hello to you, but hello.
Well, I've just been an outright rude asshole altogether. Everybody in the chat, hello.
That's all good, man. It's informal.
Good.
It's informal here, man. We're just hanging out.
So, but I mean, you know, the point I stress on that is if you get somebody to work on your shit, if you don't do it yourself, make damn sure they know what they're doing.
Yeah. I do all the work I can on my vehicles. Now, when I don't work on them is when the vehicle has to be up a certain height to be able to get to something. I don't have a lift, and I'm too old to be climbing up under cars like that anymore on jack stands. I ain't doing it. I don't do it anymore. Not gonna
well, you know, I got smart in that respect. I built myself a building, and I put myself a 9-ton lift in it. So,
yeah, I could have done that, but I built a boat port. Instead of,
well, we all have our priorities.
You know, I like to fish more than I like to work on cars. So,
well, I get that too. You know, in one case you get to eat, in the other case, you get to live. So,
but the flip side to it is, like the axle that I ordered today, a buddy of mine owns the trailer shop, so he got a little cut. Thank you. I had to have a hub and a CV axle put in my wife's car last week or earlier this week. It was one of those deals where you had to get under it, and then I didn't want to fool with it. So the bearing hub and then the axle, that was about $250 worth of parts, and he charged me $100 labor. I thought that was really reasonable, you know. for $100. So I know the guy owns the shop. If you know people that own some of the shops that you get your car fixed at, you trust them when you do got to get stuff fixed. You know.
Yeah, but I mean, and I understand that, I really do. But myself personally, I've always done my own work just for the reason being, I don't trust anybody else.
Yep.
I mean, especially in a motor vehicle. So
if it's something I can fix, I'll do it. Now you got to understand, I used to be an auto mechanic, but I'm also a lot older than I was.
We all.
And I just there's certain things I'm like, no, I'm not doing that, not anymore. So, but the good side of the story is you actually have good friends that do it, and you can trust them, because you can't hardly trust anybody to work on your stuff, man. You really.
Yeah, that was my whole point all along.
And look, I will admit, when I got my wife's car home the other day, I crawled on the floor. I crawled up under it, going up there, got my handheld Q beam because it's real bright, and I looked at everything. Yep, he tightened. Yep, he tightened all the bolts. Okay, tightened everything up. So
I just bought one a couple of days ago. I'm very seriously thinking about just keeping it and driving it.
Mm-hmm.
It's an 05 Subaru Outback.
Still running.
Yeah, it's got 200,000 miles on it, but it runs good.
That's all?
Yeah, I mean, it runs good, and the all-wheel drive all works like it's supposed to. So, and Subaru's got one of the best all-wheel drive systems there is.
Yep, they got a good car.
And so, I had a little Subaru Brat years ago, and I mean, I beat the hell out of that little car, and it just kept coming back for more. I mean, I even rolled it 3 or 4 times, turn it back up on its wheels, fire it up and go.
Keep going.
So,
I don't guess you want to talk about that, do you?
Well, no, half the time it's on purpose, out in the fields.
Oh, just messing around.
Yeah. So, back in the days, we used to buy, field cars. Mm-hmm. And we bought them just for the specific reason of taking them out in the field and just beating the hell out of them and having fun.
Yep.
But that's a Southern thing. So you ought to know all about that, John.
I know all about that. We do it with the 4-wheel drives too.
Just too much fun.
Yeah. Hey, look, a pond. Let's see if we can go through it.
Yep. We do that too up here.
Here, hold my beer.
Yep. Don't spill it.
When I was pregnant with my daughter, I was getting really frustrated because she should have been born and she wasn't coming out. She was being a stubborn little bitch. All right. So I said to my husband, I said, we're going 4-wheeling. And he looked at me and he went,
take me and scare this baby out of me.
I said, let's go. So we went 4-wheeling. And we hit this fucking bump where, yes, I had my seatbelt on, but I put a fucking dent in the roof of his truck with my head.
That was a nice bump.
Okay. And that bitch still didn't come out for a week. But I'm sure I made it faster.
You made yourself crazier is all you did.
I had a fucking blast.
Hey, it's still a woman. She's going to come out when she's good and damn ready.
Yeah. Well, and then
sooner.
The doctor said she wasn't supposed to be born till this date. And I'm like, no, she's due this date. And she was born 2 weeks after my date. Okay. Right. That I had. And when she was born, the doctor said she was 2 weeks overdue. I'm like, I told you.
Let's see here. Yeah, camper man, I crawl under them when I can. Now I still change my own oils and everything, and most grease the front ends and all that. I still do all that.
So, well, I didn't tell you the best part about this Subaru. It's a one-owner car. An old woman owned it. And the reason why she got rid of it was there's a real hard vibration in the front at cruising speeds, and they changed bought new tires for it, bought new rims for it, put new brakes and rotors up front, all like that. And
so they were throwing parts at it.
yeah, and everything they didn't fix it. So she finally decided to get rid of it. And I got it up on the lift and got to looking at it. You know what it was? What it is? I'm fixing to fix it. All it was the ball joints on the bottom of the lower control arms that go up into the body. The rubber was all gone from it.
You had slack in it.
To where the control arms are going up and down like this as you drive.
Right.
And so you know, I got the car for $1,000. It cost me 500 tops to do everything that needs to be done to it. So you know, it's $4,000 car. You know, $1,500 just because I know how to work on it. So
right, you patch that up and whatever else you find, and let it rip. Yeah, Nick Graff, the dealerships. Yeah, don't take your car to the dealership unless you got a ton of money.
The dealership will invent shit.
Oh, while we were in there, we noticed this was broke, and we went ahead and fixed it.
So yeah, I mean they will literally invent shit, counting on the fact that you don't know what the hell they're doing. So
you find a local mechanic in your community, one that they're there. Find one you can trust when you have to have someone work on your car, and go with that. Stay away from the dealerships at all cost, unless you got a lot of money.
Yeah. So, well, Annette, I understand what you're saying about being too old for new cars. Really and truly, I am too. I really don't like newer cars.
Not doing new cars.
So I made an exception one time, and you know, I'm not disappointed with that decision so far. So,
but it's not something we do a lot of.
Yeah. Well.
No.
Well, I showed you pictures of the car, right?
Yeah, exactly. So,
you know, you understand why. And I mean, you know, of course, I don't drive it that much. The car's 4 years old. It's got 20,000 miles on it. So,
right.
So, but then again, I it's not a daily driver. You know, I drive it on pretty days. I don't drive it in the weather, and I don't drive it every day. So.
Well, it's not your main vehicle, so you don't have to worry about it. You can just
I got a yard full of vehicles.
You can keep it clean and just let it sit up. That's exactly what I would do. Same thing. Well, I do it with my boats. I've got an aluminum boat that I'll take anywhere, and then I've got this 21-foot fiberglass boat. It's right here next to me in the garage, in climate control, and it's clean as a whistle.
There you go.
It stays clean.
That's your impressed boat, right?
Yeah, that's my get up and go boat.
Surprised you ain't got a John boat, John.
I do. I have down here we call them a Piro.
Yeah.
In a bateau. I had a 2-man boat. It was a pontoon boat. I had one of those. Well, I got rid of that one. Somebody was looking for one. I went in and sold it. And then a pontoon boat. And then the bass boat. The pontoon boat I had when we had our camp. We sold our camp on the bayou. I
admit I've never really been a boat person. So
pontoon boats are a lot of fun because you can put all your friends in there. You know, they're big. You load up friends. It's a big old boat.
Now, jet skis on
your beer and your liquor and all that on there, and even your barbecue pit, and just cruise down the river, man.
Yeah. Now, jet skis, on the other hand, I've owned a bunch of jet skis.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun.
So, but I seen one here. I don't know. It's probably about 8 months now. at a marina not very far from here. Now, you talk about redneck ingenuity. This guy actually built himself a pontoon boat.
Mm-hmm.
All right. He used 6 55-gallon drums to build the pontoons with.
Right.
And put wave cones over the fronts of them where the waves would ride up over the fronts.
Right.
He built a steel frame. Now, get this. All right. This is what he used for his cabin, for his boat cabin. He used the body of a 66 Chevrolet van. Set it down on top of it. And he's got 3 V6 Mercruiser motors on the back of it. And I'm talking about you ain't never seen such in all your life.
I have seen people do. There's a guy now, Creek Squad. It's in the chat. He'll know where I'm talking about. But there's a big body of water down here called the Diversion Canal, and there's a guy with a custom-made pontoon boat. He's got 2 300 Mercuries on it, and this is a pontoon boat. And this sucker, it's got three pontoons on it, and they're tapered at the front. The boat will do 80 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And I'm like, not with me in it. You ought to see it up on pad running and doing this, and I'm just looking at it. I'm like, nope. Have fun with that.
Well, I asked this old boy because it's got them 3 Mercruisers on the back of it. I asked him how fast would he go. He told me he didn't have balls enough to find out. So
yeah, well, I can tell you when you just described his setup, he ain't gonna go fast in it because he could kill himself. He'll flip it first of all. He's gonna flip it.
Hello, Wolfpack.
Or the props are gonna blow out, and he's gonna. If he's close to the bank, he's going.
Yeah.
You know the torque. You know which way a motor turns on an outboard.
Right.
So when the prop loses bite, it always goes hard right. Yeah. Well, this guy that I was telling you about, there was another guy had a boat similar to his. He totaled it out, and he likely got killed because he was going down a narrow bayou about 70 miles an hour, and the prop blew out, and it made a hard right. People were flying all out of the boat, and it was terrible. Like to kill. I don't know how no one got killed. Needless to say, that was the end of that boat. He didn't. He went back to his one little 150 horsepower on a big pontoon that doesn't go very fast.
Joe C. Yeah, I was on JB's panel the other night, first time. So
that's right.
You got to have an invitation to get on this guy's panel. So he doesn't put the link up in the chat. If he wants you on his panel, he'll send you an email with the link in it. So, and I understand why he does it, because when he first started streaming, he had a lot of people porn bombing him and shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
And he just ended up with a bunch of people that he just did not want on his stream. So, and I get that. I understand.
Well, he likes his channel. You got to protect it.
Yep.
And so, you know, like I say, I really, you know, if I get on a stream at all, maybe once a week. So, and that's usually on Saturday night. You know, this past week, you know, it's Friday night. So,
right. Yeah, Chris Gilbert, that sounds like a good little rig there. It's got a 16-foot boat with 2 trolling motors on it. That's a nice little fishing rig there. That'll get up and go.
Hello, Granny 6X.
So I'd have figured down in the bayou for the most part be airboats out through there.
Yeah, man, those things are so loud though, Chris. It's just like you're out there fishing and you know what you hear one coming like 5 miles away. Up here comes
right.
It's just terrible. Yeah, airboats are fun for tourists to ride in, but they're all right. I mean, you have a lot.
Never been on one.
If you ever make your way down here, look me up and I'll take you on. I'll call a buddy of mine that's got one, and we'll have fun. There ain't no doubt.
Hello, Lori C.
Because I know you like ripping and running through the hills and doing, and yeah. So
yeah,
you'll eat this up. You will eat this up.
Even though I'm an old fart, I'm still an adrenaline junkie. So
you will definitely eat this up. It is a lot of fun. It's just your ears are ringing at the end of the day. You put earplugs in and ear muffs on, and your ears still ring.
Well, my ears ring all the time anyway. I've got tinnitus.
Oh, well, they might stop ringing then. But these boats, man, some of these engines, man, they're 500 horsepower motors on them, you know.
Right.
And
I've seen a bunch of them. I've just never been on one.
yeah, I've even seen some with 2 V8s on them. Just they're oil field workers that use them. They'll tow, like some of the rigs will be out through the marsh and on low tide,
Right.
mud flat, and nothing goes out. You ain't getting a boat out there. And if they got to drag something heavy, they'll pull that big boat out. That's been several years ago since I saw that one with 2 motors on it, but that thing was awesome, man.
How's Gigi doing?
She's good. She's working right now. She probably won't be off for a little while longer.
Yeah, she works till
Yeah.
9:30, 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I know the last time I talked to y'all said she'd gotten a job. So,
Yeah.
She's back into working.
well, next time you talk to her, tell her I said, hey.
I will.
We will.
She's the only person out of all the people that I know in live streaming. She's the only person that calls me Christopher.
That's right.
So, and that's fine. That's my name. So,
And my neighbor's son is Christopher. His name's Christopher. I call him Crisco. What's up, Crisco? Hey, Mr. John.
well, I used to catch a lot of shit in school about, hey, Columbus, you discover any new worlds lately? Shit like that.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that. I bet you did catch hell of that crap. That's all good. All right, Creek. I think Creek's sliding out during the.
Okay, Creek. See you later.
Take care.
Lori C., I didn't say hello to you. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. And Granny 6X, I hope you're doing well. Let's see if anybody else slipped in here. I didn't see. Oh, Wolfpack's here. I miss Wolfpack. Wolfpack, good to see you. Hadn't seen you in forever.
Yeah.
It's good to see you, girl.
How about Chuck? Y'all talk to him anymore?
Not too
Not
much,
really.
man. I don't catch up with him very often. Lately, I've been working on my channel, and then I come over here and sit with Dorinda when she does this, and that's really, I don't go a whole lot of places. Not
Yeah,
too many.
Kind of stopped going to places too. Tired of the bullshit, tired of the whining, tired of the crap. I don't need that.
Yeah, but I'm getting better, Dorinda.
I'm not talking about you, Christopher. Like, people are whining and they're not doing anything. They're just whining and they're not.
I hear you, sister. I do.
I'm like,
Really.
yeah, I'm done with this shit. I don't need to listen to people fucking whine and cry and do nothing, or completely just have bitch outs and bitch about everything and still don't do anything. Just
Oh, Creek didn't leave. He said he's still here.
So, for the most part, I'm trying to stay away from streams and get me going on politics.
Oh, Lord, yeah.
Because it just raises my blood pressure, and I'm tired of talking about it. So,
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's the best thing to do, man. Just get
yeah,
away from
we don't normally do politics on my channel. We don't do politics. We don't really do religion. We don't really do bullshit stuff.
Yeah.
I just do a craft and chat, and that's about it.
Just hang out and enjoy each other's company. And
yeah, I don't smoke, I don't drink, and I don't cuss, but fuck, I left my cigarettes at the bar.
Yeah, kind of just staying quiet and looking for crafting ideas, and that's about all I do on YouTube these days is looking for craft ideas.
And then of course, you got the butthurt crowd that you can't sneeze, without them getting butthurt over how you sneezed.
oh yeah, we all
Yeah.
we all
and so, and the trouble with me is if somebody gets butthurt around me, I just keep heaping it on.
Uh-huh.
Well, you're already pissed off. Might as well keep you going.
That's right.
Yep.
Let's
You
go.
started it. I damn well finish it.
Yep. Yeah, but it's not worth it anymore to even get involved in those situations. Just stay the fuck away. And that's what I've been doing, staying the fuck
Yeah.
away. And then I don't have the stress, I don't have the heartache, I don't have the crankiness. I'm good to go.
Hey, did I ever tell you all the one about the elderly couple at McDonald's?
No, but I bet you're about to. So go with it.
I mean, unless you don't want me to.
Go ahead.
Yeah, waiting on you.
All right. Elderly couple, well into their 70s, standing in line at McDonald's. And when it gets to be their turn to order, the old man orders one Happy Meal with a Coke to drink and a courtesy cup. So they get their food, they go over to a table, and this young man that was standing behind them, didn't think about it at the time, but after he got his food and went to get to a table, he noticed this old couple sitting there, and the old man had pulled out a pocket knife and cut this cheeseburger in half, gave his wife half of it, and then he took the fries and divvied them up and gave half of those to his wife and kept half. Then he took the courtesy cup, poured half of the Coke into the courtesy cup, and gave that to his wife. Well, this young guy gets up and he walks over and says, "Excuse me, folks, don't get me as being disrespectful. I'm not trying to be, but would you like for me to buy you another meal so you don't have to share one?" And the old man looks up at the guy and he says, "Well, Sonny," he said, "we appreciate it, but we've been married for 60 years and we share everything. So we appreciate your concern, but we're fine." And with that, the old man started eating. The old woman sitting there with her hands in her lap watching him. The young guy says, "Ma'am, is there anything I might be able to get for you? I noticed you're not eating." And she looked up at him and she said, "Well, son, it's like my husband told you. We've been married 60 years and we share everything. And today he gets to go first with the teeth."
He gets to go first with the teeth.
Yeah, the one I heard had the woman going first with the teeth.
I hadn't heard
So
of
that was cool.
Yeah. Always good to be first with the teeth. All right. Uh-oh. Being summoned.
Everything okay?
Oh, it's all good. She probably just wants my teeth. See what I did there? All right.
Yeah, I was reminiscing, thinking about old times, and I still remember my grandfather on my mother's side. I still remember his very last words. "Quit shaking the bastard! Quit shaking the ladder, you little bastard!"
That's the last thing he said to me.
So actually, that was a meme I saw the other day. I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
And I can say that because I never knew my grandfather on my mother's side. So,
Wow.
So on the mother's side, we call the grandparents Mama and Papa. On the father's side, or Grandma and Grandma.
well, my granddaddy on my dad's side is one that actually raised me. So, and I always call him Granddaddy.
Yeah.
So all my grandchildren call me Granddaddy. So,
I didn't get to know my Mama and Papa very well either because I was like 5 or 6 when they both died. So, you just got a couple little memories of them. That's about it.
Well, I lost my mother at a very early age. I mean, I don't even remember. So, and my sperm donor, all he did was palm me off on this one, that one, another one, because he was He was more worried about gambling and whores than he was taking care of his kids.
Yeah.
And when the state stepped in, was going to take us away, my grandmother, my granddaddy stepped in and said, "No, we'll take them." So granddad, he's the one that taught me how to drive a truck. You know, really and truly, he's the one that made me the man that I turned out to be. So,
Yep.
Well, you were very fortunate.
yeah, I'm extremely fortunate in that. And so, you know, I'll paint this the best way I know how. When my father died, I got a phone call from my brother telling me that he died. I said, "Okay, thank you for calling," you know, and hung the phone up. And I was married at the time, and she asked me what was going on, and I told her, and she said, "Are you going to the funeral?" I'm like, "No." And, you know, it didn't even faze me. Now, when my granddaddy died, I cried like a baby
It was a big deal, right?
for a couple of months. And, you know, I still get misty-eyed thinking about him from time to time, you know, but then again, that was a long time ago when he passed away. So,
right. That's definitely understandable.
It never stops hurting. It just, you know,
Yep.
it just gets to where, you know, you get numb to it after a while.
Yep.
Where you get distracted a little bit and it kind of, but then it comes back. It don't never leave. But you had some good times with Grandpa's, what it sounded like to me. So
Oh, I did. I mean, hell, I learned how to drive a truck before I learned how to drive a car.
So did I.
So, you
So
know,
I had to get my my uncle to do that because my dad died when I was 6. So,
you know,
but you know, at 7, 6, 7, I was already driving the 3-speed on the column. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
And then I got to drive my uncle's Bronco with the 302 boss in it. Man, I love that. I love that.
Oh,
thing.
well, when I said I learned how to drive a truck before I learned how to drive a car, I meant a big truck, not a pickup truck.
Yeah,
a road tractor.
A road tractor. Yeah.
So, you know,
so
first
he
truck
had
ever,
one? He drove a truck?
Yeah, I'm third generation driver.
Right.
So I got 2 boys that are 4th generation drivers and 1 daughter, you know, and I, even though I begged her not to do it, you know. Anyway, the first vehicle I ever drove was a 57B model Mack.
With the twin stick?
Yeah, it had a 10-speed Browning in it.
Yeah.
And so
I never got to drive one of those trucks, but I sure have seen them, man. They look cool as hell, man.
Well, the thing about a Browning is, you know, it's different from a biplex or a triplex in that, whereas you're driving a biplex or a triplex, you shift one and you shift the other. With a Browning, you have to shift them both at the same time.
That's cool.
So, anyway.
Yeah, I drove trucks too, but I wasn't until later on. What I did drive as a kid, though, which is still funny to this day, is big old combines and John Deere tractors.
Right.
You know, I used to go work on my uncle's farm. He had a lot of farmland, and, you know, just like most, even his kids too. I mean, when they were old enough to, you know, can you see over the steering wheel enough to run that combine? Yeah, Daddy. Okay, you drive it. Let me show you. Because once you learn how to let out on the clutch and shift it, I mean, you hold the wheel straight, son, and just follow the road. You get to the end of the road. There's a road. Turn it around. Watch where you turn around, and that last blade goes 1 row over, and just keep going. That's all it is to it.
Now, the first car I ever had was a 63 Ford Falcon. It had a little 176 cylinder with 3-speed on the column.
Ford Falcon. Yes, indeed. But yeah, then, well, you know what I'm talking about. If you grow up around a farm and farm life, you know, you're driving everything. You drive everything that's on there. You learn how to drive it. So I drove 3-speed on the column truck before I ever got in the car with it. Well, I take that back. I get in the car with Mama and her, you know, that them big old Chevrolet Impalas and big sleds.
Big boat. Yeah.
Big boat.
My kind of car.
Mom had one with the 327 in it. I'll never forget that car. That little son gun would run. You get out on the highway, he'd get on down. That was a cool car. And isn't it funny how we used to lay in the back dash on the back, the back dash.
Yeah.
Yes, cars had back dashes back then.
Yes, they did.
I used to lay up in the window, man.
Yeah.
No seat belts. And we
Yep.
never died.
Yep.
We used to drink out of the water hose. Never died.
Yep.
So
Climb trees.
Granddad once gave me a car. It was a 64 Pontiac Executive.
Oh, man.
It had a 3.8. It was one of the aluminum front end cars. And it had a 389 with 3 deuces and a 4-speed from the factory. This is a 4-door car with bucket seats and a console and floor shift from the factory. And back in the day, it was dubbed the businessman sports car.
Mm-hmm.
And that car was not happy unless it was running at least 90 mile an hour.
Well, that thing was built to roll down the highway.
So, and it did. It would, 100, anything over 100, it just float down the highway.
Right.
So, but needless to say, it died with an awful sound.
All right. Let's see. Creek said, my first vehicle my papa ever taught me how to drive was an old school 5-speed Toyota pickup. He chewed my ass out every time I left my foot off the clutch too fast and killed the truck. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
My dad tried to teach me how to drive a standard car. And the only problem I had, because I was a 95-pound person, skinny little twig.
Was pushing the clutch down?
No, it was moving the gear shift. He didn't have it greased enough or whatever.
Well,
it fucking
it
wouldn't
was tight. It was
move.
probably tight, yeah.
I'm like, I can't move this fucking thing. So he grease it up and do whatever. Next time, I still can't move this fucking thing. Okay, I'm done.
Oh, you remember, Chris, some of those old stick shifts, the boot was so tight, it would. You remember that? Remember someone have a tight boot? Because it was probably that. Because normally once you grease them, then their suckers, they shift.
I had a 65 Chevy Malibu. It had a 283 with a 4-speed in it.
Yeah.
And when I bought it, somebody had taken the floor shift out, and I literally drove that car for a year just by reaching through the floor and grabbing the linkage and shifting gears.
That's right. Oh, Chris Gilbert said he had a 66 Ford Fairlane with a 289 in it. When I lived with my mom years ago, there was a neighbor down the road. He painted cars, and that was his car. He used to paint, man, he had that thing candy apple red. That was a pretty car, man. He loved that car.
One of the fastest old cars I ever in my life was a 67 Ford GTA. It had a 7-liter in it, which was the same car that they was using, in Ford racing and all like that back in the day. And that car was
that's a big block motor.
Yeah, it's 427.
427. Yeah. Was it aluminum heads or was
it was a race engine.
I don't know what you're talking about. You could get that motor in a Corvette too.
And so they called them side oilers because the oil pump was external. It was on the side of the block instead of inside of the oil pan.
Oh hell.
And so that car, you talk about fun to drive. That car was real fun to drive and fast. I mean, for a big, heavy car, it was quick.
Big car, right. Well, yeah, it had a lot of torque. A lot of torque, that thing.
So, but, hindsight being 2020 and all like that, if I'd have known then what I know now, I'd still own half the cars I had way back in the day.
I let some engines go that I owned that I should have never let go. Should have never let go. Like engines.
I guess the Holy Grail car that if I'd have known then what I know now I'd still have was my 70 model Buick GSX. it had a 455 in its stage one.
Mm.
So, and I mean, it would literally, if you nailed it, it would burn tires, through all three gears.
Right.
And just keep going until you let off of it.
Right.
So I actually caught a set of tires on fire one night doing that shit.
Hmm.
Oh, wow. And Camperman says that he had, my first car was a push button shift on the dash Studebaker. Get what year the car, but it was back in the late 60s.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah. Push buttons was
Destiny. Hello, namaste.
Push buttons were a big thing for Chrysler products back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Howdy, Buddha.
Yep. Good to see you, Buddha. Yeah, I had some really nice cars. One of my favorite was the Super Sport Chevelle with the 396 big block in it.
So
That was a really fun car to drive.
70 model Super Sports nowadays are they're six-figure cars now.
Are they?
Yeah.
Ain't no telling what I got for them cars I had, especially those engines.
So, well, let me rephrase that. For an original numbers matching car, they're six figures all day long.
Oh man! You remember those old, the old big block Chevy had? You had the oil filter that went inside the metal canister. You remember that with that long ass bolt?
Yeah.
Those were always fun to change. If you did it just right, you wouldn't get none on you. But yeah, if you was having a rough night drinking the night before, you get oil all over you. Those damn things.
So I think about it. I'll take pictures of a car. I want to show you. A buddy of mine doesn't live too far from here. He took a 65 Corvair, Chevrolet Corvair, and took a 4.6 from a Cadillac, the whole cradle out from underneath this front wheel drive car, and put it in up and underneath this Corvair. Put it in backwards to make it work and all like that. And you talk about something that's quick and dangerous.
Yeah.
So, but the problem he's having right now is overheating, keeps him wanting to get hot on him.
Oh, Camperman said his first big truck was a 16-speed Mack. Was it a one-stack Mack with a window in the back? And it was cracked? Yeah, I drove a couple of Mack trucks for a while. You couldn't tear them damn things up, man.
The first truck I ever owned was a 79 model Peterbilt 356.
Mm-hmm.
So it's another one that died, and it died with an awful sound. So, well, that truck almost killed me. So through no fault of my own, I just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. So
what gets you? Yeah, I've seen when I was driving for a tanker company, there was a guy. He was just about to hit his 3 million mile mark. You know, they give you patch. You know how it is with those big companies, patches. I made the 1 million mile, and then he was just about to get that. Well, he was going down a highway, and he come to an intersection. Well, if you're turning right, all you have to do is yield. If you're going straight, you have to stop. But there's kind of a road before it to where you just yield. So he was making the right-hand turn, and the person coming to the left of him didn't stop and ran up under him and hit him, and hit his fuel tank, and diesel went everywhere, and it was a big. And I want you to know the company would not give him his $5 million because they said he should have yielded. Now back then they didn't have cell phones and you know what I'm saying, they didn't have all that, but I mean, even in the police report, it was written up as the guy ran the stop sign and hit him. But our company said, well, that could have been avoided because he should have stopped.
Well, companies are going to do that.
They took that man out of his 5 million mile.
Yeah.
He quit the company. He quit it. He went and drove for somebody else. Said the hell with you.
In my case, it was 1984, and I was going through Texas, And it was 3 o'clock in the morning. I had a truck in front of me, and this guy fell asleep behind the wheel. Now, he didn't swerve or wiggle or anything like that. He did a hard left in the road. And when he did that, his trailer went belly up right in front of me. I'm 49,000 on and no place to go. I ended up going through his trailer. And I wasn't awake for it, but they said it took almost a couple of hours to get me out of what was left of my truck.
You're lucky to walk out of that one.
I woke up a week later. I was in a Dallas hospital. I was awake for 10 minutes. I went out. I woke up 11 months later. I was at Vanderbilt in Nashville.
Man.
So, and then once I finally came out of it and all like that, I had spent another year learning how to walk again because my muscles had gotten atrophy.
Yeah, you had a rough ride there.
So, but.
Oh, I hear you.
So, my career, if I'm being fair, my career is what cost me my marriage. So,
yeah.
She's just, it takes a special woman to be the wife of a truck driver.
And I did it while I was single.
And
I enjoyed it.
So, I mean, she put up with it, for years.
Right.
And raised our kids and all like that when our kids were big enough, to be out on their own, take care of themselves and all like that. And we call it quits.
Camperman, that's right. They sure do. You know how it is. Camperman must have drove for a company too.
I'll tell you a real funny one. I was working for this outfit, and I had a right steer tire blow on me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was driving a 379 Peterbilt. And when you lose a steer tire, it takes everything. And in this case, it took the right front fender and the headlight housing on the right side.
Yeah.
And all like that. So this company that I was working for was a small company, and I knew the owner. But he had this guy working for him that was, quote unquote, a safety officer.
Oh, the old safety man. Oh, yeah. I know all about him.
All right. This moron didn't even have a CDL. And
probably never drove a truck.
No, he never had. And so anyway, I called, to report what had happened and all like that, get somebody out there, with a tire or whatever. And the first words out of this guy's mouth is, "What did you hit?" I didn't hit anything. You had to have hit something if you tore the fender and the headlight off.
Yeah.
And so anyway, to make a long story short, he had it in his mind that I was going to pay for all the damages done because of the steer tire blowout. And I wasn't going to get paid for the load that I just dropped. And so when I got back into town, I called the owner directly at home and told him what had happened and all like that, and told him, about the conversation, what was being said and all like that.
Yeah.
And he told me, he said, "Well, when you get near the yard, you call me." So I'm a couple of miles away from the yard, fixing to pull in. I called him, and he was sitting there waiting for me when I got there.
Right.
And we went inside, and I mean, he told this guy to explain his reasoning, and he did. And I mean, he chewed this guy's ass up one side and down the other, and then fired him.
Oh, well, there you go. Oh, hold on a minute. Lori C., good night. I hope you have a good evening.
Good night, Lori C. Sleep well.
Oh, and Camperman. Yeah, that's about how long I drove, Camperman. I stayed in the trucking business after I got out behind the wheel. I just got into sales and then got into management with freight companies. Got out of that long haul stuff. It was a good time for me to get out because I got married by then. So I'm like Chris, and I don't know where I'd be still over the road trying to do married. It's hard to do. Yeah, it's hard to swing. But
well,
Gigi has left the building, so she's on her way home.
No, okay.
I drove OTR 21 years.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I drove total 33 years. Last 10, 12 years that I drove, I was driving a triaxle dump truck. So, you know, and there's a night and day difference between driving a road tractor and driving a triaxle dump truck.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
And so, uh,
Now, what state were you in driving a dump truck?
Tennessee.
In the hills?
Tennessee.
In the hills of Tennessee?
Yes.
Oh, man. Well, there really ain't no much flat land in Tennessee.
No. So,
Yeah.
no. And I mean, you know, in that time, believe me, I put a dump truck just about anywhere you can physically put a dump truck. In some place you'd swear you'd never be able to get a dump truck into.
Yep. Yep.
And so, it's just all part of it. I mean, you know, well, I drove dump trucks, drove concrete mixers, drove rear dump concrete mixers, front dump concrete mixers. You know, as far as trailers goes, hell, I pull reefers, pull tankers,
Yeah.
pull parking lots, pull cattle trailers. I've done it all. So
I never pulled portable parking lots. Never. Well, I'll put it to you this way: there was a company I worked for. They used to do maintenance on gravel trucks.
right,
They would send me to go get the tractor trailer gravel trucks, the 18-yard, the big ones.
right,
I could drive them because the other guy, all he could drive was he really couldn't even drive a bobtail, but I did get to drive one, but I didn't do the dumping and all that. So I didn't drive those really. I mean, I drove one, but not as a living. Portable parking lot, didn't drive those. But yeah, flatbed, tanker, guard shacks. I worked for hog scaffolding until I was blue in the face. That's such a pain in the ass.
you're all concrete pipe.
Scaffolding is literally drive 20 miles, pull over, and and back then we used chains. We didn't do straps. And you had that big ass binder with a pipe on it, and if you wasn't careful, you'd knock all your teeth out. And
So you ever haul concrete pipe for like Sherman Dixie?
I did not do that either. I did not do that, but that's a lot of fun.
So I hauled steel coils. I hauled steel coils till they come out of my ears. So and as
All
far
of those big guard shacks and construction sites, those are
right,
it's a lot of fun. Oh yeah, good times. Especially when you're going in a plant trying to maneuver around racks and stuff. Yeah, we had some good times.
oh yeah, we done bored Dorinda with our Tonka truck and
Oh look, a camperman. Camperman, you're in Tennessee. That's where you drove to. That's where Chris is. Chris is in Tennessee.
yeah, I'm in East Tennessee, where all the hills are.
That's a lot of hills. It's a pretty state. I've been in Tennessee a long time.
I live on the western end of the Cumberland Plateau, which is, the Cumberland Mountains.
The Cumberland Mountains, yeah. Yep. I hadn't been over there in so long.
And no, you weren't boring me. I just needed a new beer.
Your bottle runneth empty.
Yeah, had to fix that. I don't like when it's empty.
I understand.
Well, is anybody even left in chat? I haven't looked.
I don't know.
Not too many. Let me refresh
How many? Camperman's still here. He's still talking.
We got 7. And I'm one of those 7 because I'm on YouTube as well. I got it on.
All right, Camperman, West Tennessee. So that means you're either Jackson or Memphis or somewhere there and abouts.
West Tennessee. Drove to the east. He might have drove right around your house there, Chris.
Anything's possible.
With a truck driver, you never know.
Hello, D.
Hey,
You want
D.
the link to come up, D? I sent it to you.
So Gigi just got off work. Is she gonna come up when she gets home, or?
Well, I'm. That's what I messaged her, and she hasn't messaged back.
Depends on if her husband's home yet or what they got going on. Or
Okay, Tipton County, I got you.
where's that?
She should be home. Like, in the next couple of minutes, so she should have time before hubby gets home.
I don't remember Tipton County. I've probably never been there.
Good night, Annette. You have a good night. Sleep well.
Yep. Have a good one, Annette. It's good to see you. Creek still at work.
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
No problem. You're fine.
Good.
11 miles from Memphis, Tennessee. John.
I'll say it. Yeah, 11 miles from Memphis.
See, I don't even know where Memphis is. So
Memphis was one of my regular runs from Baton Rouge. I would run to Hammond and hit Highway 50, Interstate 55, which goes all the way through Mississippi, right up into Memphis.
there's D.
On through Memphis, all the way up into Chicago.
All the way up in Chicago. Hey, D.
Did you get your computer fixed? Did you get your computer fixed?
Me?
Yeah.
No,
Because
I
you're
mean,
working on your computer.
it wasn't broken. I was working on it, working on a website.
Ah,
Doing something. Okay, what are you eating? What are you eating? Come on.
Chips.
Oh, just chips. Okay.
Yeah, just
All right.
well,
Eat one for me.
I was so pissed off the other day. Oh,
Why?
fuck.
What happened? Uh-oh.
Here it comes.
I had some.
Hi, Chris. Nice to meet you. I'm D.
Hello, Garrett. I had some.
How are you? Very nice to meet you.
I had some hickory sticks. Okay. And I
All
love hickory sticks.
What is it? I don't know what that is. What do you
They're
mean?
little sticks of like a potato, but they're hickory flavored. Okay. Well,
Wait, but what's it made of? I don't understand.
potato.
Potato, not
It's a
tomato.
chip.
Tater.
Oh,
know,
it's a potato. Oh, yeah, okay. Potato.
I know you're in California, but we say taters. We don't say potatoes.
Okay, whatever. Fuck.
Yeah, y'all had a
Anyway,
everything.
With my no top teeth, I was trying to stick them in my mouth and suck them to death, and it wasn't working. It was hurting. I'm like, oh fuck.
Yummy.
And then I had a bag of cheesies, and the same freaking thing happened. I brought them in the house and I threw them at my daughter and my husband. I said, "You guys eat these fucking things because I can't." I was not a happy camper.
I don't know what a cheesy is either.
Cheez-Its. Probably Cheez-Its.
Oh, I know what a cheese is. Oh, yeah, I know what those are.
Dorinda, have you gone to the dollar store and got some Dracula teeth yet?
My husband went to the golf barn and got me some Dracula.
This idea just came to my head. Forgive me. I'm not trying to be rude, but I wonder if that would work. Get some Dracula teeth, and then you can chew.
because they're too fucking soft.
Oh, you'd have to go to a party store and get some good ones.
All during Halloween, I looked at every fucking store, including Walmart and Canadian Tire, in their Halloween section for the Dracula teeth because I knew I was going to be losing my teeth. And I had to file those fucking things down and been able to eat with those fucking things in my mouth.
Oh,
Okay,
girl.
are you commenting on the whole top row? Upper top?
No one had any this year.
Because my cousin has a 3D printer, and I think sometimes they'll send a mold to you,
Well,
and then
I'm
you can
going
get
to-
a printed like retainer type thing. And I wonder if they can do that with teeth. I don't know.
Well, I'm going soon. Hopefully, next week to get my molds made. So
Good.
Can I make can I make a suggestion?
No.
And I'm not trying to be a smart ass. I know you're going to think I am, but I'm not. Have you considered when you want to eat stuff like cheese, it's maybe put them in a blender and grind them up before you eat them? Like I said, I'm not trying to be a smart ass.
Fuck that shit, man.
Okay,
I mean, I don't know you.
My
But no.
husband was being a dick.
No.
Okay, when I got my teeth out, and I said, "Buy me pudding." Okay.
Yeah.
Which I've had 3 puddings. Okay, I got 3 fucking packages of puddings that I haven't eaten. Oh well.
Well,
Pudding
look,
is
Dorinda, I
good.
feel
like
you. I know your pain. Now I have all my teeth, but my problem is right here.
Yeah.
I like
well,
pudding.
So most of my teeth are gone too. Like I said, I wasn't trying to be a smart
they
ass.
bought peach baby food.
That's disgusting.
For sure.
I'm like, no, I'm not eating that either.
No,
Fuck that.
tell them to eat it first, and then they won't buy it again.
But you know, my granddad didn't have any teeth at all, and he could eat apples and steak and everything else
Wow.
with his gums.
He had leather gums.
Camperman's dad had false teeth. Wow.
Wooden
Wow.
false teeth.
Wooden false
false
teeth.
teeth.
That's what I forgot that.
Cool.
That was probably not very comfortable.
No, probably not.
No,
Not at
probably
all.
not.
I would not want wood in my mouth. Like, I already got a crooked, like my upper mouth and lower mouth are crooked already. And when I got braces, they were like, well, you're a good candidate for that jaw surgery. No, thanks. Would you get
No
that
thanks.
TMJ? Yeah, but I don't give a shit. I'll live with it. Thanks anyway. Seen somebody in a head brace before. Didn't look fun,
Didn't look fun, did it? You're doing just fine without it.
Yep. They look better.
You
They're
know,
able to stay cleaner now.
Right.
you know, Martha Washington refused to kiss George because she kept getting splinters in her mouth.
No,
It's a joke, D.
I
You got to watch D. She don't know how to take jokes. She's been in California. Lost her sense of humor. See, that was a joke.
No, I didn't. I lose my sense of humor. It's a serious
Look, I made
day.
her laugh. You still
Today's
got
been a
it.
serious
I made you
day
laugh.
today. No, it's a serious day today.
Yeah, I want to thank you for almost making me cry today. I
Oh,
appreciate
shit.
that
Don't make me cry.
because I watched your video and towards the end, and yeah, it did upset me. And then I was like, I had to turn it off. I'm like, D,
I
you're
know,
killing me.
I'm sorry. I
But
know.
wait, look, it tugs at me too. I mean, look, it tugs at my
Ah.
heartstrings too. I mean,
They're cutting off their breasts. She
They
can't have
are.
kids. She won't be able to have kids. Even if she has a kid, she can't breastfeed. And this
Yeah.
fucking mayor is like, oh yeah, Ultra Pain drag show. You're the hero of Eureka.
but did
Fuck
you
Mayor?
see the percentages of people who do that later in life? How high the suicide rate is for those people?
I hear it's
It's off
high.
the chart. Regret.
I know.
And it's just, and it's all their parents' fault. Every bit of it.
Damn, camper, man, it hurts me just thinking about it.
I have 2 false teeth. Had them since I was 21. Hit in the mouth with a bat. Ow.
Ow.
It hurts me just thinking about it.
Oh man, I remember my son almost got whacked with a bat. He started walking up to, because he can't see out of his left eye, and so he started walking up to where they stand to practice before they get to go. They're in line to bat and stuff.
Yeah.
He
On
just,
deck.
gosh, he just missed a swing right to his head.
Ooh.
So scary.
I've only been hit with a bat once, and that was in the nads.
Ouch.
Ow.
Yeah.
Did you deserve it? Did you deserve it?
No, I was playing. I was hand catching a baseball game.
Okay, just checking because you never know.
Back then, we did wear cups.
And,
Some
and
girls
this old,
did it to
this
you,
old boy got a hit, and when he got a hit,
Yeah.
instead of laying the bat down, he just slung it straight back, right in my lap.
Right.
You were a bouncer then. Oh,
The one and only time I ever hit a baseball with a bat. Okay, we were playing. The class was playing. Whatever.
the one and only. Is that
The
what she
one
said?
and only time because I could never hit it ever. Okay,
Yeah.
because I had my eyes closed. So there you go. Somebody's shooting something at me, I'm gonna have my fucking eyes closed because I don't want it to hit me. Right? I don't want to see it hitting me. Okay, that's how my brain worked. Anyway, well, I hit this fucking a ball with the bat, but because I had never hit the ball with a bat, I didn't know what to do with the bat.
Once
So
you
you
hit
ran
the
with
ball.
it all the way to first base, didn't you?
So I
Ran
flung
with
the
it
bat
all the way-
behind me, okay,
Oh,
towards the little clubhouse thing.
get this thing out of my fucking way. I don't
And
need this fucking
my-
bat. What the hell is this thing?
My cousin, my aunt, whatever, who was 8
Whoever
months
she was.
pregnant at the time,
Uh-oh.
I damn near hit her with the bat.
Not a good story. No.
So needless to say, I got into a lot of shit. Okay.
You were a troublemaker.
And I'm like looking at her going, have you ever explained to us that when you hit the ball with the bat, when you hit the ball with the bat, what to do with the bat?
I mean, maybe you weren't listening. They probably told you.
No, they didn't.
Gotta admit.
She's
Come
like,
on.
and the whole class is standing there because she's giving
Nobody got a
to
hit
everybody,
before
and I'm
you.
like, whoa.
Nobody got a hit before you. Wow.
Yeah, but I didn't
She
pay
wasn't
attention to
paying
what they
attention.
fucking did with it.
No, she wasn't paying attention.
I just
wasn't
fucking
paying
flung
attention.
it, right?
Uh-huh.
So I could
Yeah.
run. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Now the truth. Now we're gonna hear the truth. See, there's what Dorinda said. There's what the other person said, and then there's the truth. What
Right.
it was, somebody in the dugout had pissed off Dorinda, so she hit the ball and took that opportunity to sling that bat at him, and then use the excuse,
Yep.
well, nobody told me what I was supposed to do with the damn bat, so I
Yep.
just threw it at the SOB I was mad at.
No, and the class,
Sounds about right.
the class told the teacher that she had never explained what to do if you hit the ball with the bat.
With the
What an
bat.
So
idiot.
she couldn't give me. Then she goes, "Okay, I can't give you shit for that." But that was a really nice hit you did, Dorinda. That was a really nice hit. I'm like, it's the only fucking hit I'm ever gonna hit, and it was the only one I ever hit.
Right.
But of course, I didn't really play baseball, so I didn't fucking know anything about baseball.
I did hit a guy in the head with a bat. He was the catcher. He was new at catching, and I was batting left-handed, and I did a full swing, and the bat went around.
Oh,
He was
shit.
too close to the plate. He was
Yeah.
just starting to catch. He was too close.
Was he wearing a helmet?
Yeah, he had a helmet on, and I hit him right below it. Right below it.
Oh,
Boom,
no.
boom, out go the lights.
Oh, no. Ouch.
I'll never forget that. I was like 10 years old. I still remember that. I felt bad, and I didn't mean to do it, but the coach said, well, you were too close to the damn plate. And he said, I knew that was going to happen.
You just look at him and go, oops.
I've been
I
telling
remember what
that
I
kid,
did. I was like, ugh. I thought he was
Did
going
you
to
get to first
get up and start
base?
swinging with me, but he was a little
You
dizzy.
hit a basketball one time with a bat and learned a valuable lesson in life when you woke up 5 minutes later.
Don't hit a baseball.
The
Don't hit a
ball.
basketball.
Was it the
when
ball
my
or the
daughter-
bat? I'm
When my
wondering.
daughter was in public school, okay,
Yeah.
they had a volleyball team for both the boys and the girls, okay, but only the boys can use the volleyballs. The girls couldn't use the volleyballs because there was only
What?
3 balls.
Bullshit, I'd have a fit.
There was only
I'd
3
have
balls.
fit.
So they learned how to play volleyball using basketballs.
No.
Okay. So
No, it's not
about
okay.
2 weeks prior to their tournament, Mom got pissed off, went to Zellers and bought 3 fucking volleyballs for the girls to practice before they went on their tournament. Okay. So, all right. The first 3 days, them practicing with volleyballs was quite fucking comical. Because those girls knew how to bounce a basketball.
You can't play
They knew
volleyball.
how to bump it. They knew
basketball.
how to volley it. Okay. So when they had the volleyballs to play, they were
You're
just
kicking ass.
swooping them everywhere. They were hitting the ceiling. But it
sounds
took them a while to
horrible.
figure
What a
out
shitty
how to
school.
play with the
What a
volleyball.
shitty school. Here, kids, here's some basketball. Play volleyball with it. I'd be freaking pissed off. If
Well,
they
we
gave
used to
you,
enjoy.
I was a little pissed off, and I said to the principal, I says, "Do you want me to go buy some volleyballs for the girls? They're getting ready for a tournament." And she said, "No, the girls are fine."
There you
maybe
go.
she was getting paid off so your team would lose.
Probably. And I'm
She
like,
had to be.
2 weeks,
What
like I
else?
said, 2 weeks before their big tournament, I went
bad
and bought 3 volleyballs. Actually,
Yeah.
I bought 4. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I marked them. Before I even brought them into school, I marked them. Girls, 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 girls. Fuck you, boys.
Now we had. I played a lot of baseball when I was younger, and one of the funnest times we would have would be after practice. One of the
Yeah.
guys or me would bring a little sack full of golf balls, and we'd hit them golf balls with that bat and just watch them go out of sight. It was so much fun,
Yeah.
and it actually would improve your batting skill of hitting a baseball.
Oh, I
'cause
bet. Yeah.
you hit a
I
golf
bet
ball,
it did.
but you talk about launch. When you hit one, it's a launch. But we didn't have anybody in the infield or outfield, especially infield, because if you beelined one, line drived it, and it hit somebody, it's going to knock them out. That ball's traveling. I don't know how fast it's traveling. Probably 300 miles an hour, and ain't nobody catching that.
I wonder
So-
how fast it does go.
Really fast. You ain't catching it. You don't even have time to duck. For one
All I'm
thing.
thinking is you taking Birdie's eyes out. You taking them birdies out.
Man, we were stroking those.
If
We were
there's a bird in
stroking
the
those.
way, it's,
Where our baseball field was, where I grew up,
yeah.
it would have flown. Either the balls that you were throwing would have gone into the river, or on the other side of the river to the
Yeah,
golf.
that'd been cool.
Shoot. Who's down there? The puppy.
But we didn't have. Well, it's now a golf course, but I'm not even sure if we had golf balls available in town when I was little.
Right.
I don't remember seeing them, so hey, who knows?
Yeah, they sell them used a lot of times. The kids will go scrounge
Oh,
them
we used
up.
to do that. We used
Yep,
to go to the
yeah.
golf course and wade in the ponds with
Yeah.
our bare feet. We used to
Where
use our
no
bare
one
feet
else
to pick up
would
the golf ball.
go. To
We'd
go
go in
where
the
no
pond,
one
pick them up, and they would go to the ball washer and wash them and go sell them to the guys.
You
The
almost
certain
died
ones,
for those balls.
the certain ones you'd get, 25, 50 cents for, the guys.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah. The Titleist, the good golf balls you'd get money for.
I remember we used to cut them down when we were kids, and when they wrapped them in rubber bands. Remember that?
Yep.
Yeah, that's how they're made, right? How do they make them now? Concrete or something?
No, they just use a solid plastic wrap all the way around it. Back in the day, it was a little rubber Super Ball, and it was wrapped with a bunch of rubber bands.
And then a coating on it.
Wow. How funny. Huh. I used to make
All right, Dan.
I
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and head on out.
All right,
Chris.
Chris.
nice to meet you.
I was hoping
meeting
she
you,
could
Dave.
get here before you left, but we'll tell her you said hello.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll tell her, man.
Appreciate
Good to see you again.
Good seeing y'all.
Nice to
Have a
meet
good
you.
one.
So,
Take good care of
anyway,
yourself.
you do the same.
Thank you.
Anyway, y'all have a great night. We'll see you in the funny papers.
See you,
See
buddy.
you later, sweetheart. Thank you for coming.
Thank you
Yeah.
for having me. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Your nails
Yeah,
look so pretty,
uh,
Brenda.
He's in
Hey.
Tennessee, D.
Oh, cool.
Chris is
I
in
love
Tennessee.
Tennessee. Tennessee. There ain't no place I'd rather be. Baby, won't you carry me? Oh, sorry for the assault on your ears. Back to Tennessee. But that's how the song goes. That's an
No
old
problem.
rubber
I'm
band.
sorry I missed your show today, Dee. I did not get a notice.
Oh, that's okay, honey.
Okay.
I
Wow.
don't care about that.
Like I said,
I
I was,
miss your show all the time, and I don't-
looking at crafting videos, and tins popped up, and I popped in over there, and it was like, wow.
And guess what? I was on Tin's show, so obviously you didn't finish watching her show.
I was there till the end. I
Oh.
was on sale. You
I
get
said-
dumbass.
Oh, shit. Well, here's where everybody is. No wonder not one fucking person showed up in my Constitution class today. Y'all, you bitches were here. Now I get it.
I had to work.
Well, you had a good excuse.
I had to work. I watched the
What'd you do
replay.
today? You were working.
I
did
watched
you?
the replay.
Oh, good. I just read. It was a fun reading. What did you do?
What did I
today to
do?
work? Yeah. What is your work? What is
Cut
JOB?
grass. I
Oh,
cut
that's
grass.
what you do? Cut
Mhm.
grass because it grows.
And then when he got home with his trailer, he had
Yeah.
big issues with the trailer. You got to hear
Yeah.
that story.
Yeah. Back in the driveway, back in my big trailer and the wheel, I look in my mirror and I see one of my wheels doing this. I'm going, that doesn't look good. Yeah, so
Your axle
I had a
or
bearing,
what?
had a bearing go out,
Oh.
and the tire went down and it tore the axle up. And I'd never even felt it. Oh, there she goes.
No, that was me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I didn't
I
know what.
apologize.
I was
No,
like,
I
who
went to
left?
mess-
Who's
I
gone?
went to message Gigi in
I didn't even know
chat,
it was
and
me.
I don't know what the fuck happened.
Oh, there's Gigi in chat.
Gigi.
But anyway,
Yeah.
D, I tore an axle up. So yeah, I took it
Damn
out.
it.
Got to do it.
Well-
Got another one coming tomorrow. So I'll get it put in.
Oh,
It is what it is.
poo-poo. Well, how come that happened? Was the tire bald or something, or why did it do
The
that?
bearing just went out. You know, I put a lot of miles on.
Trailer is an old trailer.
It is, but I put a lot of miles on a trailer and I carry heavy equipment on it, so they don't last as long. And most of the driving is city driving, so it's a lot of stopping, starting, turning, pivoting. That wears them out.
Yeah.
And I try to keep them up. I try to keep them greased and everything, but sometimes they just go out. And when they go out, it's too late. I mean, you don't always tear the axle up. But this one went really wrong, and
So it took your axle out too.
Yeah, it messed it up. It just well, I had a picture of it, of the end of it. Here,
I've done it in an axle.
God was watching out for you, John.
Yeah, let's see. Oh my gosh, look
See,
at
the
that.
end of it. There's a big large nut. There's a large nut that goes on there. Well, all that got galled off because it rubbed on the hub and just tore it up.
Wow.
Just destroyed it. So yeah, new axle. That's the way it goes.
I tore my husband's 78, was his 9 Toyota Celica hatchback up one time. I was going down this hill and it was raining, and my friend's like, you should slow down, D. It's really wet outside. I'm like, we're fine. And I didn't realize, like the tires were super bald and everything. And so as we were going down the hill, we weren't fine. We started to spin. And then the back end, the front end hit the sidewalk curb first, and then the back end hit next,
Yeah.
And that was the axle, and that was it for that car and shit.
Well, this was a trailer, so it wasn't a car. It was just a trailer. So
yeah, that's good. You know how much my husband loves me? I even blew a head gasket on that poor guy on his Toyota truck. He still loves me.
You ran it hot?
Yeah, without oil, Check the oil. Okay.
Well, you ran it real hot without
Well,
oil.
the leak gets worse. The leak gets worse over time, I swear. It must.
Yeah. They do if you don't fix
it. Yeah. When you don't have money, you're not taking care of your car like you do when you have money. You just can't.
Oh, yeah.
You're just like,
just
keep running, please. Just keep running, please. Shit.
How do we make this noise go away? We got to make this noise stop. Turn the radio up.
Yeah, right.
See, I don't hear it anymore.
My first car was a Buick Skylark, and it had a leak in the floorboard with like water. When it rained, it would leak in the front passenger, and it's got this moldy smell. I can still smell it. And then my next car was a Buick Regal, and I had to start it with a screwdriver, and I paid $800 for it because the people were at a Grateful Dead show, and the guy that had the keys wasn't there when they're like, okay, we've waited long enough. It's time to go, and they just decided to bust the window out and hotwire the car. And,
Damn.
And then he shows up. I heard like 30 minutes after or whatever, as they're all loading up everything,
Right.
So $800 for that car, but you can still get them cheap. They're going to be kind of messed up a little bit, but
It helps if you
that
know how
was-
to work on them.
yeah, I got to go get my horses rounded up. It's still light out a little bit here, believe it or not. See, is there a window you can see? Yeah, see that window back there?
Yeah, we're
It's still a
dark
little
here
bit
now.
light out, but it's getting dark fast. It's getting dark fast, and I got to go put them away. They got out by themselves today, that pregnant mama and the baby. And
Well, good.
but yeah, they're grazing. The daddy can't graze on grass. Some of them got that laminitis. So you're all done. You did a 2-hour stream. That's fun. Hey, what'd you make today? I didn't see your craft. What'd you make?
Dorinda.
I missed
Yeah,
your craft.
Dorinda will show you.
I didn't come in till later. I think it was like you were 20 minutes in. You were holding up something white, and
Yep.
I couldn't make it out. I didn't know what it was.
Hang on a minute.
Hi, Indy. Good to see you too.
There it is.
Oh my gosh, it's an Easter bunny with eggs and carrots.
Look, it got his
Holy
little
cow.
butt. See, there's his little butt.
Sweet. How cute, honey. That's super cute.
She has quite a collection of crafts, Dee. She needs to sell them. I've been telling her.
I'm gonna get her a page up. I'm working on it. I'm
You
gonna
need
get
to
on Salty
do it.
Cracker's page. No, I told her I am gonna do it. We're working on a whole merchant market. So the website, I have a Shopify store already, but for her, I think I'll just put it on Hilltop Workshops, my personal website, with a link to her Venmo or Cash App or whatever, and then they work out those details. I'd rather just
And then
stay
you
out of
gotta
it.
take pictures and catalog
As
them.
I said,
Yeah, that's
to
all we'd have to
John-
do. Yeah,
As I said to John,
yeah.
when I move, I will have my shop.
You need to
Oh.
you don't need a shop. You need to sell what you have made now.
Yeah, well, I can't do the postage right now because it's fucking $20 to send a picture frame.
It's not, that's
Ontario.
not
You know what? You pass on the cost.
You pass on the cost.
That's all you do. It doesn't
That's all
matter.
you do.
If people
Exactly.
want to support you and your channel, then this is how they can do it. And that's a better way than just buying you coffee. They'll have a piece of you. And there's people, what happens is like with Salty Cracker and people, they stream for a while. I know what happens. People want to buy their merch. Somebody else comes along, forces them to make some merch, runs the store for them. Sometimes people do it themselves. But when you have people that want to throw money at you, you got to take it. You don't be stupid. You let them support you. That's the way it works.
And
That's
Dorinda,
how it
you
is.
have good stuff. You've got good stuff that people will want.
People
There's no
see your
doubt.
show. I mean, you should be able to get monetized on Rumble. They monetized me. I didn't even know I was monetized. But I paid
Yeah,
$10.
but Gigi, $30 is nothing for shipping. People will pay that. Everybody is doing the same thing. It doesn't matter if it's $30. People will
I spent
pay that.
$24 to send Canadian Patriot
Exactly.
stuff in the mail. I didn't get a dime back. I didn't expect a dime back. I wanted to help her. There are people that want
Yep.
to support, especially streamers. Sometimes I don't want to get on necessarily, but I want to support the streamers. Like I wanted to just keep working. I was like, I better go say hi. It's when you're there and you just want to support people that are there so they keep being there. And there are people that'll never get on here,
Yeah.
but they'll want to be, they watch your craft. Like, dang, I'd like to, they'll feel part of that. It's something that, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a capitalist, and I also look out for the well-being of my employees, hardcore, very much so.
Yeah.
So I could see both sides of making money and also taking care of, whoever you need to take care of. If it's just you, then take care of you.
But with what's unique about Dorinda's crafts is they're awesome gifts. And people are going to buy those. They would say, I can't tell you how many things she's made that I've noticed. And I'm like, I'm thinking of all the people I know who would love to have that.
Well, it's
And I know
March.
I'm not
You
the only
started
one.
buying your Christmas presents right now.
Yeah.
April, May, June, July, and I'll bet what you can do, Dorinda, is take pictures of past things that you've made that you think. I like more practical things. Like, I'm not a big decorator, but I do buy things that are just decorations sometimes. But I really like dual purpose. I like stuff to be. I want a vase. It holds a plant. It holds a flower. Does something. It doesn't just sit there and collect dust. So. But anything that you have that you feel is a bestseller or maybe a practical item, because people are into practical and dual purpose, especially because the minimalist movement is real big right now. So things for tiny houses are big, really big. So there's so many things you could do. It's always a matter of what's it called? Supply and demand. What's needed.
Exactly.
If you can have so many things, you can find that one thing that's just the niche that, man, you're just flying them. You can't keep them in stock. You got to hire somebody to help you now.
DG's makes the perfect
big. Huh?
I mean, DG says, Dorinda, you could take pics of your crafts and post them on your channel, of course.
Yeah, you sure could. And probably put the link right there. Because streamers, that's why a lot of people do start streaming. They're already on Etsy or whatever. And then they're like, oh, well, they say if I start a channel, I'll boost my sales. So then they go on to do, this is all marketing. It doesn't matter what step you get in the game, but once you're in the game, you're in the game. And then you just figure out where you want to be. And she's right. Just do it right on your channel.
Yeah, you have a community page. You can put them on there, put a price on it. And then you tell them you decide on a price.
They hold like that?
What'd you say,
D? D, you're freezing up.
I see that.
There you go. Coming back.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it depends on the person if they're willing. Well, sure. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, she has the channel. If you're making craft things that people want to watch, there's a chance they may want to buy it too. What's the harm in making it available? For somebody to. I would not invest a lot in anything that I was not sure I would make money on. I'd invest a little bit. I just push the door open a little bit. I'm always knocking on doors. Is this one gonna work? This one gonna work? So far I don't make money really good without my husband. Him and I together, we're a good team, but I give stuff away. I'm not a very good, but that's why you get partnered up with somebody who does usually. God knows what he's doing. You know what I mean? Some of us just want to give.
Well, Dorinda, I guess Gigi's just going to stay down there and chat, huh?
I don't know.
All right. Well, I'm going to get going and go put my horses away. But
Good
you
to
didn't
see
show
you,
me
girl.
your craft. You didn't show me your craft.
I did.
What? I didn't see it. What was it again? Oh, yeah, that's right. The bunny. The bunny. The bunny. Yeah, you did. That's right. I'm sorry. I forgot.
Keep eating them chips, girl. Eat one for me because I can't eat chips.
I think my Rice Krispies kicked in.
Eat a chip for me. I can't eat them. I can't swallow them. So eat one for me.
Granny X.
Yeah.
She said she'd chat backstage. All right. Well,
okay.
I'll see you guys later. Love you both. Oh, hey, John. My friend, I had a helper today, and she went to town today, believe it or not, and your package got mailed today. Today. It got mailed today.
Okay,
so,
Dean.
Yeah.
Dean, keep the link for the chat.
Okay.
Actually, I already sent it to you. I'm sure I did. Hang on.
Yeah, I got it. Mm-hmm.
And,
got it,
when we
That's
shut
how I
the
got
door
here.
down, after you put the horses in, come on back.
Oh,
If you
all
want
right,
to.
I'll see. My husband's coming home, so I probably won't. But maybe if you're still on later.
Okay.
Love you. Okay, bye.
Love you. Bye.
Bye. All right, Dorinda, you ready to wrap it?
Yes, I am. It's been 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Well, it's a pretty good show. It's good to had a nice group of people. It was good to see everybody in here.
Yep.
Thank everyone for coming by. It was
Thank
good.
you all for coming. We love you all. You have a great night's sleep, and we will see you Saturday.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
everyone. Everyone have a good night.